Here I am rolling through my lists at the barn and my phone crashed. I almost lost my mind. I should be able to talk for 20 minutes in the sun without my phone crashing, but apparently it can't. Anyway, we're talking about Really Blue Chip. The rule is in New York that you can enter the horse in to qualify with hobbles, apparently without being qualified with hobbles. So Really Blue Chip. Today at 1 o'clock was the first time she ever wore hobbles in her life. I went a quarter of a mile with her and she felt great. She felt, I don't want to say better than great, but she felt fantastic this morning. Very happy with what I saw from Really Blue Chip. I talked briefly about Spend That Money. James is going to Northfield to drive Spend That Money. That's great. What else? Who's leaving? Man, we got a ton of horses leaving. Sebastian Yu, Knockdown Dragout already left. Spirit of Dio. Beach Boutique, when we get that AST down, she's going to leave. We talked about that yesterday. This filly's muscle count is 2 weeks from being good. So she tied up. It happens. Beach Boutique will eventually leave. John Bootenchain. Harness AM, John Bootenchain. I'll Play It Alone. We talked about that yesterday too. What exactly had happened with I'll Play It Alone. If you haven't heard what happened with Beach Boutique and I'll Play It Alone, on the Friday qualifying report, I talk about both of them, exactly what took place. Exactly what took place in a couple of things. The crux of it is Beach Boutique tied up. That happens. Not the end of the world. Very treatable, but it's going to be 2 weeks. I'll Play It Alone. We took the Murphy blind off him. Between the Murphy blind and the shadow roll, you take that Murphy blind off. Now we can see things on the left. Considering he's always worn that Murphy blind, especially a Mohawk, all of a sudden these white things sticking out of the ground, pretty scary. And they may as well have been alligators as pylons, the way he looked at them. And it could have been a messy situation, but what I saw was a young green colt make a mistake that could have been costly both to him and Sylvain Filion. Instead, being the athlete that the colt is, and as steadfast as Sylvain is, the colt landed on the ground, come right up pacing, finished second in 56. And as I said the other day, think of the exhaustion, think of the energy expended by that leap in the air, and still pass through horses down the lane to finish second. Horse is clearly a talented colt. He'll be going to John Bootenchain also. Libero Hanover's already at John's, and tomorrow morning, Rooney Blue Chip heads there also. We have 13 horses heading to Ohio this week. 3 will be leaving on Monday. Now, we were going to send Excellent Nation down, but had to switch that out because I want to take him to the vet Monday. So leaving tomorrow will be Globetrotting after tonight's race. Emerald Miss and Spend That Money obviously is going down. She's got to be with Jason on Monday afternoon. Quickly, who else is going? Ailsun Bendover was qualified and looked awesome. Ailsun's looked great. Compass Rose DC is going to school and head down, as is Crazy Mission, as is Overdue Mission. These horses are all schooling on Tuesday. The reason we broke it up Monday, Wednesday, the ones that are racing this weekend are leaving on Monday, are the one racing on Wednesday also. And then we are going to insert Wednesday because we want to school these horses on Tuesday, a big mile, make sure they're really tight and ready to go next week in Ohio. Arctic Force, Bottle of Red, and Brush Cut are all down with Scott DiDomenico. Bottle of Red races tomorrow in Monticello. Arctic Force and Brush Cut were obviously a little flat. A million people have asked, and I'll tell them. I apologize. I don't think I sent a note out. Brush Cut shut his air off. That was pretty obvious to see. I think changing the gear, changing the way we attack the races, the way that we race them, I think you'll see a difference in Brush Cut immediately. And Arctic Force, just a few little equipment changes and a better post will help him. And Really Blue Chip will be heading down to Scott DiDomenico after her race Wednesday with Tammy. Many of you might say, why is what's her name? Tammy training the horses on Wednesday. This is the lady that took the Butler did it last year for us, raced her just across the border in Buffalo, and then from there on to Scott DiDomenico in New York via New Jersey. So those horses are all leaving. And then, end of the week, just for me and you racing tonight, Miss Mischief Maker, Path of Totality, Rose Run Versatile, Willpower Fashion, and Nancy Allison will all be heading out. They'll go to Tim Twaddle, so 6 to race on the Monday, Tuesday of next week, and then we'll decide where they're going. I believe Nancy Allison will... I wanted to talk to one other trainer, Robert Cleary, another good kid that I knew from here. I knew him from Anthony Hahn. He's doing really good down there. And I had said something, and Andrew said, what about Robert Cleary? Never thought about Robert. It never dawned on me. He's doing really good right now also. When we're looking at Just For Me and You, she's going to Joe Haney. He does a good job in Pennsylvania also. And likely, possibly Rose Run Versatile or Miss Mystery Maker also. We might send 2 or 3 or 4 to Joe Haney and Robert Cleary. Haven't talked to Robert yet. Still have to talk to him. I'm assuming it won't be a problem. So that is what's going on right now. And obviously we talked about Tyler George getting Beach Bum BB, Havana Unana, and Jailhouse Master. I apologize if I missed something. I got so much going on right now. Talked about the stables. I'm going to run through quick, see if I missed any horses that are leaving this week. Not that I can see. Classic Con will be coming back this week from the field. Anybody else leaving? We talk about our Ontario horses that qualified Friday and Saturday on 2 different videos. Very, very good day. We've already had 4 2-year-old winners in Canada out of our group. I'm really just stalling so I can look through this list. No, I think we got it all under control here. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's the opening. Geez, we could have talked about a lot more. Qualifying next week. Let's run through that list. I'll be back in a second with a list of horses that will be requalifying next week. Might be a couple of additions to this, or a couple of these horses, maybe Mario will decide will come off. From where I stand, these are the horses that will qualify next week in Ontario. I'll be back in just a minute with that list.